Mel B reveals regret over split from soulmate and love of her life Eddie Murphy. When Mel B's eyes met Eddie Murphy's across a crowded room, she knew he was her soulmate and the love of her life. Which is why it hurts the Spice Girl so much that she let him slip through her fingers after less than a year together. The comedy legend treated her to private jet flights to exotic locations and there was talk of marriage, but when she fled Los Angeles for Leeds while pregnant after a disagreement over where they would live, it all fell apart. Video Mel B's family never gave up bang showbiz. We had something special that I've never really truly felt with anybody else, she recalls. I've thought I've had it. Mel's 2006 relationship with Eddie looked like a fling at the time, with what appeared to be an unplanned pregnancy and him disputing paternity. But according to the singer, 43, nothing could be further from the truth. He showed me what true love feels like, and for that I have the utmost admiration and respect for him, says Mel, who had previously been married to dancer Jimmy Gulzer. She and Eddie hit it off after meeting at a party at his home in Beverly Hills in June 2006. He had already Mom of three Mel remembers being very nervous but also stunned by how quickly she fell for him. Gallery Meet the Spice Boys. The husband's in part. He wanted to have a date with me by myself. I was like, no. Get him to do a dinner. We first met, I saw him across the room, he saw me and then I freaked out because I've never had somebody look at me like that. It was such a familiar. Shaken Mel made up an excuse that she was going to a friend's party at the plush Mondrian Hotel in West Hollywood, but Eddie called her bluff and moved his party there. I was like, oh god, I've got to put my makeup back on, I've got to get dressed. Go to the Mondrian, and there he was, with his party at the Mondrian that had moved from his house in Beverly Hills to West Hollywood. I got all like jittery again, and I am not a nervous person. Video Mel B reunites with Spice Girls after Jerry Horner fling reveal cover video. And he goes, over my dead body. And he walked with me. Mel began to spend more and more time at Eddie's Hollywood home and there was talk of marriage after just a couple of months. She says when she asked him to take her away one weekend, he booked a private jet and flew them both to Mexico at just a few hours' notice. I am the true romantic kind of love story kind of girl, I wanted him, says Mel of the dad of her daughter Angel. He asked my dad if he could take his daughter's hand in marriage. He flew my dad. Things went quickly downhill after Mel got pregnant and there were also reports of her clashing with Eddie's mother Lillian. After a dispute over living arrangements she fled to Leeds, hoping that Eddie would follow her or fight hard to win her back but he never did, despite speaking to Mel's mum on the phone. Then he dropped a bombshell in a promotional interview for a new film. I don't know whose child that is until it comes out and has a blood test. You shouldn't jump to. Looking back, she says we were both to blame. I wouldn't have said that, but... The passionate, intense relationship ended in December 2006. By the time their Angel was born on April 3, Eddie was engaged to film producer Tracy Edmonds. A paternity test. Mel and Eddie are now friends again, and since she split from her second husband, Stephen Belafonte, Eddie is back in Angel's life. Gallery Viva Forever. Spice Girls but she knows she has no chance of getting back together with him, saying he's very happy with his fiancée and they're on to their second baby. Mel also talks candidly on ITV's Life Stories taking cocaine and how she overdosed on pills and wrote a suicide note to escape her toxic relationship with Belafonte. She says he left her. I know what I came into the marriage with and I know how much money I left with. $900. I wrote my note, saying, you know my kids, I want them to go and live and be with my mum, because this guy's a monster and if he doesn't kill me, which I knew he would at some point, then I am just gonna do it myself. Mel says she snorted a line of cocaine in the mornings at height of her problems with Belafonte, whom she was married to from 2007 to 2017. That was my coping mechanism, but I never wanted to do it, she says. I did drugs, however. Mel insists she wouldn't change much about her life and career. I don't have any regrets, she says. I wouldn't be able to. Belafonte responds to Mel's claims in a statement saying she is manufacturing these things with no proof. Piers Morgan's Life Stories returns to ITV on Saturday at 9:15 p.m. MSN UK are empowering happiness for Mental Health Awareness Month. Find out more.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.